Hey, it's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. Today's video we're going to go over what's new for 2023 from Kubota. I just got back a few days ago from Dallas where we had the Kubota Connect meeting and where they release all this information to us and kind of go over in detail. So hopefully I can bring you a few new features and products that are coming out and give you a little bit of information on that. So we'll start with the tractors and move on from there. So starting with the tractors, the big new release is in the LX lineup. So you're going to see very similar in looks to the LX 3310, LX 4020, and the LX 3520. So those are the two big ones. Again, so it's going to be higher horsepower in the same size package. The biggest difference you're going to see is in the transmission and in the operator station. A few different features in there whenever it comes to the economy PTO. Again, now they have a new LED headlights on it. A number of other features, but the big one they installed on us and want to talk about is how it's much quieter now. They said they reduced the cab noise by approximately 60%. So even on the low side, if you went down to 50%, it is quite a bit quieter in there. And they did that mostly by removing the hydrostat whine for there. Again, in the operation of it, it's very similar, the look to the LX 3310, but at the end of the day, a little bit more horsepower, a little bit different layout in the cab, especially when it comes to how the PTOs engage whenever they went from a 2-lever system to a 3-lever system to help reduce that noise. Very similar with just some extra padding in there to also help reduce that noise. But the biggest difference is in the transmission. So one other feature of the LX to mention is that the front end has got 4 inches wider. Again, that just helps with stability. So talking about the L02s, a couple new models with them is you're going to have your L2502 and L4802. Again, they're just replacing the L2501 and L4701. Again, you see exact same features that you're going to see on the current models L3302 and 3902. Again, with your rubber floor mats, new loader, new lights on the front, LED lights, the extra work light. That new grill guard you're going to see. And again, the new grill guard has also been incorporated with the LX lineup. One other nice feature that will be introduced across the whole lineup, but was in quite a number of the models down there, was the new industrial tires. Is branded by Kubota for Kubota machines. You'll actually see the Kubota brand right on the sidewall and on the tread of it. Again, it's a Kubota exclusive new industrial tire. Very neat, very nice looking. Again, whenever they actually start production of it, we will have them to show you an update on that. But pretty neat. Again, they show them on the L02s down in the States there. So dealing with the construction lineup, only one new feature, and that's the SVL 75-3. Again, it is a redesign of the current model 75. It looks great, drives great, is great. Again, some of the nice features that you're going to see is the new screen that is incorporated from your U48, the updated KX57-5. Again, it's a nice big screen, easy multi-function, again with that toggle button. And same with that, all the buttons have been redesigned and incorporated into that cab, again for easy reach, easy use. Again, they've labeled for your joysticks what everything is without having to look at the 2 stickers that are on the side. So for a newer operator, it's great. It's going to make you more efficient at your job. After that, they've increased the visibility at the rear, as well as incorporated a rear mount camera without having to have that dealer installed at a later time. As well as they've integrated Bluetooth radio into it as well. So 2 features that were sold in virtually every unit is now there. They've also changed the location of the fan, as well as the fuel tank stuff, all stuff that you would have seen on the current model SSV 65 and 75. So basically take the best and thrown it all into this new SVL 75. They've taken a bulletproof unit and made it even better, so it'll be pretty awesome to bring to you. Thing to know about it is there's still the current model SVL is still going to be in production until early winter, and then they're going to be switching over to the Dash 3s. So the earliest we're going to see them is spring, maybe late spring, more than likely late spring, early summer. So 6 to 8 month lead time on that before we see that. Also in the construction lineup, no other new units for the Canadian market. Everything has already been kind of brought out that is out there. A few new implements from Land Pride. There's some packers, as well as some stump grinders and stuff that they were able to bring out to us. Pretty neat, pretty awesome. It's always great to see that they're expanding that lineup for the attachments in the construction end of stuff. After that, in the SCL 1000, they had a quick update on that. Nice thing is you're going to see some more in the Canadian market. They're going to be tripling capacity, what they're bringing to Canada. Unfortunately, it's still not going to meet demand as it currently sits. So it's still going to be in short supply, but they have brought out some more attachments for it from Landpride. One big thing was the grapple. I know here at this dealership we've been asked a number of times about it, so now we will see it available from Landpride for the SCL 1000 for the mini skid steer attachments. When talking about Landpride, they came out with a few new implements. The biggest one that you're going to see in the Canadian market is some snowblowers. They come out with some inverted ones that we've been asking for a number of years. They are going to be in the hybrid style. They're going to come out in various sizes, starting at 64-inch and going up. So you're going to see them for your LXs, LO2s, MXs, and so forth. They did market them and compared them against your Normans and Pronavos. I would say that they aren't a commercial grade. They are more for the homeowner. But saying that, they are going to look like they're well built. After that, it looks like price point is going to be coming in less money than your Norman. And then they're going to have the financing available behind it. So that's also nice to see whenever you're comparing the two. Again, because at the end of the day, they're all going to throw snow. It's just how well it's going to do it and hold up over the years. One other that they didn't have down there, but talked about releasing this year for this current year is a 60-inch hybrid being developed by RAD that will fit your BO1s and potentially your BXs. So it'll be neat to see whenever that is released what it specs out like, and hopefully does work on your BX lineup. Some of the other implements you're going to see from Landpride that came out, they came out with a power rake for the back of like a BO1. Very neat, very expensive. Not going to see too many out there in this market. After that, they came out with like hydraulic top links that are available from your BO1s up to your MXs. A tilt feature for your box blades. Again, it was rather expensive, but it's great if you're looking to professionally crown your driveway or something like that. Going to see a few of them out there. Kind of a neat idea. So talking about Coverland as well. Is a lot of that stuff has already been released in the Canadian market, whether it comes to plows and tethers and stuff. But the one that they did have in the product hall that was mentioned down to us was a new corn planter. Again, I'm not sure what the model numbers were, but the big thing about it is it plants up to 18 kilometers an hour. So again, it's kind of a high-speed planter. It's going to be very neat to see. And it's first to market in North America, so it's kind of like Canada's a guinea pig for trying them out. But again, it has been available in Europe for a few years. So it'll be neat to see how they work and how they do operate in Canada. And again, they are available in a 6 and 8 row corn planters. So yeah, it's kind of neat to see what Coverland has come out for the Canadian market as well. So, okay, so talking about the turf lineup, we've seen a few new additions. They're just redesigns of what was currently available from Kubota. F-Series, we're going to see a new F3710. And with that, as the zero-turn lineup, you're going to see a new ZD1600. Again, for the Canadian market, we have the F3990 and the ZD1500 has been available for close to 2 years now. So it is nice to be able to be back in that market with a higher horsepower zero-turn or F-Series. For the F-Series itself, not a whole lot of changes other than the engine is the LX 3310 engine, the common rail. After that, what you're going to see is a new position for the brake pedal. Again, not a huge change by any means. A few different comforts, creature comforts to it. Again, new cab for it from Tektite instead of the most recent Curtis cab. So kind of neat to see that coming from a Canadian company out west for the F-Series. It would look like a very nice cab and look forward to seeing that. Like I said, not a whole lot of changes. Nice to be able to bring back a higher horsepower. It falls in line with the F2690 with a little bit updated rims and look to it, as you're going to see a new front end as well as orange rims instead of the current white. So after that, the ZD1600 it replaces 3 models on that, so no real big changes other than hasn't been available for upwards of 2 years. The biggest thing they talked about down there was the fuel savings. Again, they're still going through testing through that to confirm. But you're seeing upwards 10-20% fuel, less fuel consumption. Big savings whenever you start talking about that, because these are commercial grade units that are used all day long, so it's nice to save some fuel. What you're going to see is redesigning the Z200. Again, they've changed the look of them. Again, some new casters for the front, some new bigger, wider ones. Changed the front end look. No more LED headlights on that. Again, they've reduced some vibration in your handles. They weighted them. New floor mat with some underpads there, so to take away some of the vibration. It's just a nice redesign. Biggest change is actually that you're not going to see any more Briggs & Stratton engine. Kubota has gone just with the Kohler and the Kawasaki. So with that, you're going to see a price jump as well. It wasn't communicated to us that much about what the price increases were, but you can count on something. One other thing is with the roll bars, whenever you're dealing with a Kohler, you're still going to see a fixed roll bar. When it's Kawasaki, you're going to see that it is adjustable on that end. So, so a number of changes there. It makes it, whenever you pick the more deluxe Kawasaki with the front larger casters, you're going to be up close to what a Z400 is, very looks and feel of it, other than maybe just not as wide of a body on it. So, but again, still available in your 48 and 54 inch models with a Z, as well as a Z200 42 inch with the Kawasaki. Again, after that, another thing you're going to see is redesign in 850. Again, a few small changes, but some significant ones nonetheless. Is a new color, a silver, looks great. Highly recommend. It's going to be a great seller. Gone exclusively with the Kubota engine. Again, it is virtually the same as what you saw on the Subaru, but they are not same. They're not compatible one to the other. One thing that is, it has jumped up 6 horsepower, which gives you a little bit more torque on the low end. For acceleration, they have streamlined that whenever you get up to the max speed, where it was kind of some jerkiness and kind of a little bit there, they've kind of streamlined it, made it a little bit more comfortable on that end. So look forward to trying that out whenever we get one. Speaking of getting one, they're a long period out. The current model 850 before the redesign is they've seen some major delays on it. Probably not going to see, and if you have one on order, you're probably not going to see it till spring now. So just be mindful of that. Even the new models, probably going to be late spring, if not midsummer, before we actually see the new models released. But nonetheless, they are working on it. One thing that was relayed to us too over and over and over was that they are working on a lot of new models. Some of the biggest changes you're going to see is in the RTB lineup. They said they've got a number of models in the pipeline, as well as the construction. So we look forward to seeing them as they talk about them, release them, and yeah, so it's nice to see that Kubota is working on things and constantly updating their lineup. So as they come to us, we'll definitely bring them to you. And again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and if you have any comments, please leave them down below. Thank you.